Good evening, and welcome to the Curse of Strahd. Who would like to recap what happened last time?
A lot.
Yeah, there's no easy way around that.
I honestly don't remember all of it. There was so much.
So let's start at the beginning. We met Linsky, and were very
Yeah,
And he had a weird Camus doll.
yeah.
because apparently, the Baron's right hand, or the, whatever
Isaac
names.
or whatever his name was.
Mhm. Apparently, Isaac has been commissioning dolls that look eerily like us long before we've arrived in Vallaki.
Some of them were before we arrived in Barovia, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
That part wasn't stated.
Okay.
That was just you speculating based on, like, if
Travel
the
distances
doll
and stuff.
if the doll construction was at an even pace,
Yeah.
which it might not have been.
So anyway, we commissioned him to make us a figurine of Isaac.
Just to fuck with him.
Yes.
Well, we also want it just in case we need to use it in a voodoo ritual that he's using the dolls
Yeah.
for. Counter voodoo.
Then we went, I believe, to the Church of St. Andrel,
Yes.
and
We
found that
agreed to investigate the missing bones, and turns out the
somebody had stolen the
groundskeeper
bones for money.
Yeah. The groundskeeper let some merchant come and steal them for money.
So we need to go follow up on that eventually. But beyond that, we also went to the Wachter House and sort of embroiled ourselves even further in the political feud between the two leading houses of Vallaki.
Do you remember the next lead you were given on the bones?
I think he
something
told us who
about-
we sold them to.
Something about Arasek
Yeah.
Stockyard, I think, but I don't know.
No, it wasn't them. It was someone else that he sold them to, but he told us who he gave them to.
Yeah, he told us who he gave them to, and that person paid them a lot of money
Yeah.
for them to steal the bones.
Now, does he still have
I
them?
remember
Who knows?
correctly.
Maybe not.
He name dropped the Coffin Maker,
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
or it was he name dropped the Coffin Maker as the one he told that, like, the bones exist.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, so I guess he didn't necessarily sell them
I thought it was. I thought he was the one who actually stole the bones and gave them to the Coffin Maker for money. Not that the Coffin Maker.
It was either that or he sold information on the bones to him.
That's fair. Either way, so the Coffin Maker is our next lead in that particular plot thread.
Yeah.
Lady Wachter, we had a conversation with her, let her know that the Baron doesn't like her, which she already knew, and offered to counterspy. Basically, go back into the Burgomaster's mansion, and I don't remember if we were asked to look for anything specific, but just dirt on the current Burgomaster that walked out.
It was on his son.
On the son, yeah.
Specifically, experiments the son was performing.
I see.
Yeah, and I said that we should go to the library to ask the librarian about it, because apparently he goes there a lot.
And Lady Wachter also invited us for night before the festival preparations, which I believe time-wise is end of the coming day.
Yeah. Well, when we last left off, you had just woken up on the day before the festival.
Oh yeah, and we found out we found out that Katrina is a
Dampier, half vampire.
Dampier, yes.
And the morning
She doesn't
of,
like to talk about it, but
no, I really don't. And for good reason, because there are people who kill vampires on sight within this party.
well,
But
I don't know. There aren't any more.
you
I
say
mean,
that.
Marcus and Camus.
What about us?
You're very...
We kill vampires on
yeah.
sight.
Yeah.
Anyway, we woke up, and there was a letter for us from Count Strahd von Zarovich inviting us to dinner at Castle Ravenloft.
And that was the cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm. Also, before we get into the main session proper, going all the way back to that Linsky thread, apparently we were led to Linsky by one of the cards that we were given. None of us have any idea what the fuck that is referring to, but apparently Blinsky's a lead there.
Yeah, if you want the, yeah, we can drop the hint again. There is a town where all is not well. There you will find a den of entertainment, belonging to a man with a monkey who is more than he seems.
Blinsky certainly was a man with a monkey.
And as for the other information on the card, it was, this card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient and the land will help you better understand your enemy. And you have just received the letter handed to you by Erwin the innkeeper.
Oh,
Oh,
wait, we just got a letter.
oh, we have a thing for party notes now. Oh boy.
And I
Yeah,
can just
well,
show
I
this
just
to
wrote
you.
down the things I remembered.
Mhm.
Can you all see that?
Yes. My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you dine at my castle, so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd von Zarovich.
Fancy.
That means we can do all the side quests first. The main quest will wait for us.
If you say so.
Hey, if he wanted us to come now, he should have said so. Look, at the very least, we're gonna be here for like 2 more days, right? So.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we want to just book it out of town right now. He did say our passage would be a safe one, so he
I
has to
assume that
protect
only
us if
means
we
if
try to
we're-
leave.
I assume that only means if we're headed in the direction of the castle.
Make
But
a,
that's just metagaming.
Make a history or insight check.
Okay. Let's go with insight.
Anyone can roll this.
Okay.
Jasmine.
I can't. Oh, give me a second, but I'm not gonna roll higher than that.
Jasmine, you feel like safe passage. You're not sure how much to trust, Strahd.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I have a feeling that it means that, like, he won't explicitly attack us.
The person
Yeah.
Or he
who
won't
within
order
this
anyone to
town
do
is
so.
he who must not be named.
yeah. but generally, barring any like exceptions and shenanigans, right? Like you know that like if a noble invites you over, there's like a you know a safe, you know, like guest laws. But if you give them reason to violate it, you know,
Laws of hospitality or some such.
yeah, laws of hospitality. But generally, you know, being able to leave afterwards is like included in that.
Okay. Okay, I still think we should go after the festival. I think we should resolve whatever's going on here in Vallaki first, as best we can. Does anyone disagree?
Disagree with what?
That we should try to resolve some of our stuff here in Vallaki before we go to Strahd's castle.
Oh, for certain.
I'm also concerned about the Wizard of Wines and the dwindling stock of alcohol that this town has. That might not be something we can wait too long on.
Yeah, we wouldn't want people to run out of bread in circuses.
I assume you head downstairs.
Yeah.
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 Might as well eat breakfast.
I assume we were having this discussion regarding the letter in one of the rooms we had reserved. And
Yeah.
then we can head downstairs proper for post-scheming breakfast.
Yeah.
Won't this door be open now? Since we own that room.
Oh, yes. Well, you don't own the room, but you are
We know what I mean.
legitimately staying in it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
We have access to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You have a table in there?
Well, you know, I also share the room with several other people.
Oh, that does make sense.
Yeah.
Honestly, we probably all could have fit in there for a guest rate or something. Either way.
But there's only 4 beds.
I know. Downstairs we go.
And there's 5 of us.
Oh, hey, you're like in a nice line. You can just select all of you. And there's Irina.
Why have you split us on 2 different tables?
You're. I just dragged you in the information that your tokens were. There.
Right.
Is this person new?
Yeah, Yeah. You didn't see him before.
Interesting.
He looks like a Vistani.
Ah, okay.
The brightly colored clothes and the skin that has more tan than, well, compared to the native Barovians, right?
Skin that has seen the sun.
Yeah, it has seen the sun at least once, ever.
He has more melanin than everybody in the town. Everybody else in the town of Vallaki combined, probably.
Yes.
Right. So we have
As
a
you
pretty
sit down, Erwin sort of gives you this concerned look.
Did the letter he give us, like, specifically say on it that it was coming from Castle Ravenloft? Or did we
Well,
only find that out?
it had the seal.
It had the seal, and it also said, even if it wasn't coming from Castle Ravenloft, it did say, "I bid you dine at my castle." So one can
Well,
only
yeah, but
assume.
hopefully he didn't read our mail.
Well, the letter was the letter was sealed,
Yeah,
so it was unopened, barring like a magic shenanigans to reseal it.
yeah. But then again, the seal was
Seems
that
we're
of.
becoming very
The
popular.
seal was proof of the sender.
Mhm.
It seems we're becoming very popular, I say cheekily, and I smile at him.
One moment, I'll be right back. I'm gonna sort of head over to the bar and sort of, kind of in a hushed whisper, ask Erwin, regarding last night, do you have a lot of experience with groups of interesting outsiders like ourselves?
That's a complicated question, or at least it has a complicated answer.
I see. Well, thank you for the bread and water. It was appreciated.
You gonna be okay?
I certainly hope we will.
The letter, the seal, bad
I'm aware.
news.
I am very aware. Anyway, we haven't forgotten about your request. We do plan on checking out the winery. But that is after the festival, given we are, I guess, legally obligated to stay for that? It's rather weird. But
Heard we have
Never
other
mind.
Legally
business to
obligated? He shrugs. Obligated all the same? Yeah.
attend. We have other business here as well, anyway.
agreed.
Oh. Something old Erwin can help you with? Perhaps?
I think it might be best to leave the scheming out of the main tap room.
Fair enough, lass.
We are interested in the Coffin Maker, though.
Unless you've got some cheap real estate.
Old Henrik. Well, I can tell you he's a bit of a loner. Most people tend to avoid him. Being a coffin maker and all. They say he profits from the dead, so not a whole lot of people like him on that principle alone. Not too much I could really tell you about him.
Well, any information is good information, so thank you.
He nods and returns to cleaning the glass that
Is
he's
there
cleaning.
anything he can tell us about the Vallaki son? Even just gossip.
Well, if you want gossip, he motions over to his wife. I want to talk to my wife.
Yeah, I'll chat it up.
Danica, what? He just motions over to you guys. Gossip.
I'm so sorry.
She's like, oh boy, gossip. Oh, hello there.
Hello, Danica, was it?
Yes. You want
We've heard some
interesting
interesting
news?
things about the Vallaki son.
Oh, really?
I believe we were also curious to know what you had heard of him.
Well, they say he practices magic.
We heard he practices a particular kind of magic.
Really?
An unpopular kind.
Well, that doesn't really narrow it down, lass.
Well, I know.
Necromancy, maybe?
I don't think we were given a specific school.
No, we weren't.
Necromancy does have a bit of a reputation, though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But
Now, I've also heard that he was courting Lady Walker's daughter.
Word is that fell through.
Yes, I heard they had a falling out. I haven't heard anything about young Stella after that. Seems no one's seen or heard from. Yeah, no one's seen or heard from her afterwards.
do you think that might be his fault?
She shrugs. I don't know, but it does sound juicy.
What was the son's name again? I just forgot out of character.
Victor.
Viktor Valakovich.
V.
Oh yes, it's old Velakovich family tradition. All the sons have V names.
Oh right, the current burgomaster is named Vargas as well.
Yes, and his father before him was Vargon.
Anyway. So we have a pretty full day ahead of us. Lots of things we could see to do about town. Where do we want to start?
Well, I believe Linsky's commission was supposed to be ready by the morning.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. I'll... if you don't mind, I think I'm gonna go run off and get that. Feel free to accompany if you want, but if not, I'll meet you out front of the tavern.
Linsky? The Toy Maker?
Yeah.
Yes, he makes the most curious little toys and contraptions.
Curious is one word for it.
Look, I bought this bag of wonderful eyeball marbles.
He just gives it like a weird look.
Travis think they're neat.
I look at the whatever Danica and shrug.
Well, I'd best get back to work now. She extricates herself from the bag of eyeballs. She just shakes her head. That man.
So pure and wholesome.
So the lot of you are heading out now?
Very least, it seems like Camus and I are going to pick up the doll from Blinsky's.
Or
I want to talk to the librarian a little bit, but also I think that...
I mean, Blinsky is like on the way.
Yeah, okay.
Because he's
Blinsky's
like
stick-
pretty
so
we'll
close.
on the
stick
way
together, I
on the
think.
way to everything.
Yeah.
So we'll follow shortly after.
You like finish your drink and then.
Precisely.
All right.
Quick jaunt down to Blinsky's shop.
Yes.
Hello. I believe you said the commission would be ready today?
Oh, so you head in. You hear like speaking, like voices.
Oh. I will be quiet and try and see who's talking. Who is engaging in conversation with good Sir Blinsky.
You see a woman inside. She appears to be like a customer,
Okay.
but the scowl on her face suggests that she is not pleased with the wares that Blinsky is trying to show her.
Is this someone we recognize?
No.
Okay.
I will politely wait for her conversation to finish and then sort of motion to Blinsky to say, "Hi, I'm here."
Yeah, he's showing her a little wooden rocking horse, but with sharp teeth, and there's like a little hand inside of it. Inside the
Goddamn it,
mouth, I
Blinsky.
mean.
Yeah, I think we saw that one yesterday.
Never change.
She says, "No, you oaf. I asked you about a book." Book? No book. No books here. You want book? Is library. And he points, off the direction where the library is.
I'm going to just glance at the rest of the group and sort of motion for them to pay attention to this conversation as well, because we were looking for something akin to a book as well, weren't we?
Were we?
Information about the ancient and the land. That seems like a book to me.
Oh, I guess. Damn it, open
And
Steam
as
by mistake.
Blinsky's trying to say, explain in his own way that this is a toy store, not a bookstore. She's like, "Don't play a fool with me. You can't possibly be this stupid. I know you have it. Now give it to me." He thinks for a minute, and then produces another toy.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but if you don't have business with Blinsky, I'm here to pick up a commission of mine.
She turns and looks at you. And then looks back at Blinsky and the toys and says, "A commission?"
Yeah, you have a problem with that?
Our friend here is fond of spooky toys.
She just looks like bewildered and puzzled, but in a like she's been very frustrated from interacting with Blinsky.
He's a toy maker. What did you expect?
Who could possibly want to commission anything from?
I just glare
She
at
sort
her.
of gestures at all the toys on the shelf from this place.
What, you don't
He
like
makes
the
very
macabre?
good dolls.
He will sort of stand up to his full height and say, "You don't like Linsky toys?" "No. I think they're dreadful and horrible." And for a moment you think Blinsky is gonna snap. But then he just starts crying. I am bad toy maker.
No, Blinsky, you're really a wonderful toy maker.
Look at this lady making
That's
a grown-ass man cry.
seriously.
Ma'am, I think you should leave.
Not until I've retrieved what I came for.
Look,
What
the
you
man said he
came for
doesn't have it,
clearly
so
isn't
I.
here.
Perhaps it's hidden. She goes over to like a shelf and
What
looks
are you even
underneath it.
looking for? Why do you know? Why do you think this toy maker has it? Just curiosity.
She doesn't explain herself to you. She just goes over to a random shelf and then like lifts it to look under it. There's like it's like a cabinet. And as she lifts the shelf, she does it without care of the various toys on it. They start falling to the floor as she starts looking around. Perhaps I should turn this whole place over.
If you're gonna do that, lady, we're really gonna have to escort you out of here.
Or perhaps the burgermaster would like to know that someone's interrupting the workflow of this man who's commissioned to make decorations for the festival.
Yes, I think if you intrude further in Blinsky's business, we might have to call the guards.
He reads the room, frowns, and then smiles. I see. Shall we take this outside then?
Not yet. I do actually have a commission to pick up.
You grab the commission. We'll take this outside.
Okay. See you in a moment. Yell if you need me.
Which commission?
I'll ignore her and sort of
Is
help
it
feel better.
is it this one? She just picks up a random, toy off the shelf.
I ignore her.
No,
Help
she
Linsky
drops it
feel
on
better.
the floor and it breaks. Blinsky cries again. Perhaps this one. She picks up another one. This one is a snow globe.
No, you oaf.
There's a horrible scene inside the snow globe. It's kind of creepy. It looks like someone who is like frozen to death and is buried in the snow. But
I'm just gonna look at her with this nonplussed glare.
I don't have, like, athletics, but someone should grab her. I'm gonna grab her arm and yank her.
I have a map.
If no one else is.
I guess Blinsky is in here too. Let me drag him out real quick. He's sort of huddled over the broken toy on the floor, sort of nudging all the pieces back together and cradling it, and sobbing softly. Where is he?
I don't know who this lady is, but she's incredibly rude.
Yeah.
There's Blinsky. Yeah, he's just off on the side. So Jasmine, you're trying to grab her?
Yeah. Just on the arm. The arm with the snow globe so that I can keep her from smashing it if possible, I suppose.
She doesn't stop you from touching her, at least. But you see... Roll insight, actually. You get a bad feeling from the sly smirk on her face as you approach.
Oh, it is on. I do not like this lady.
Please tell me
You
she has
said-
character art and tell me that it's punchable.
You said we would take this outside.
You don't actually need character art if this is just this one-off NPC that we're supposed to hate.
I'd be more than happy to take this outside, but a fight in here could break some of these. She sneers as she tries to find a word to describe the toys, these offenses.
Who are you?
Now that is an excellent question, she says, as her you see her face and her features begin to morph. My name is Anastasia Karlova.
She looks like a vampire.
Oh yeah.
I'm just observing as a character, I don't actually say that. I'm assuming I get that vibe in character though.
Oh yeah. She pretty clearly transforms from someone who appears normal, you know, like a nondescript commoner, to a very overt-looking vampire dressed in very fine
The
clothing.
sword is out.
My name, she just, I guess, picking up where she was, you know what I mean.
Yes.
My name is Anastasia Karlova. I have a task to complete, and you are in my way. And I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
That was lame. At least I could still get a 17 with a mediocre roll.
And her roll. Katrina, you are up first.
Okay, I'm going to, since this is still a plot thread hanging in the air, I'm going to cast Mage Hand using telekinesis to subtly try and pry the snow globe out of her grip and sort of maneuver it to the ground or a shelf where it will not fall and shatter.
All right. This is one action, yeah. Is your
Yeah, that would
standard
be my action, and then
All right. Yeah, she doesn't really care about the snow globe.
then I'm going to sort of turn to Linsky and sort of try
She has a new plaything in front of her.
Just to clarify, we've moved outside, right?
No, we're still very
Nope.
much in the shop. Katrina is going to head over to Blinsky and sort of try and comfort them, make them feel better, and actually get the toy that she bloody commissioned.
Camus.
I am going to cast Fairy Fire. In this 20-foot cube, which catches her in the corner. She has to make a dex save.
20-foot cube, eh?
Yeah.
Dex save.
DC 15.
She fails that save.
Okay, she is shrouded in a dim light, and all attacks against her have advantage
All right.
until
Oh, I'm gonna
she
remember
loses
my
it.
feat.
How do you lose it? It's for the duration.
Concentration.
Okay. Marcus.
Yeah, I'm just reading a feature. 'Cause I'm remembering for once I can use Dread Ambusher to get a free extra attack on my first. But okay, first I need to bind. I'm gonna mark her with Slayer's Prey. And then, let's see, Dread Ambusher gives me second, yeah. So I get to attack her twice. And if the second one hits,
Should Irina be in turn order?
Probably.
so I'm gonna move around to this side.
Although she's also gonna be trying to help with Blinsky.
Okay.
Okay, first attack.
It has advantage because
Oh,
she's
okay,
fairy
sorry.
fired.
So I'll just click it again because I didn't mark it as advantage. 22, I'm assuming hits.
Roll wisdom save.
What?
I need you to make a wisdom save.
13.
As you swing your sword, she just glances at you and then sort of gesture points her finger away in like a swish. And instead of hitting her, your attack hits the next closest creature of your choice.
That's me.
This doesn't exactly have.
Does this shelf full of
Range.
toys count as a creature?
Nope.
5
Is
foot
Jasmine
range.
even in range?
Marcus would have to take
On
a
a
5
failed
foot step
save,
over.
the attacker targets the creature closest to it, other than her or itself.
Well, how does that affect if you have to move or something?
You just move.
All right, then I
to
guess
the
Jasmine
closest
gets it.
If multiple creatures are closest, the attacker chooses.
Well, the good
which one
news
to
is
target.
you're not marked with Slayer's Prey, so you won't take the bonus damage. Assuming a 22 hits. Jasmine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ow. Rude.
Of her, yes.
You do have a second attack.
Try again.
However, I will need you to make another wisdom save.
God damn it.
Well, you don't have
this-
advantage against Jasmine, at least, so...
Actually, yeah, that's a good
Wait.
point.
Yeah, so it
hold
would have
on.
been.
Would have
It-
been the 9.
yeah.
Would a 9 hit Jasmine?
No.
No.
So take back that damage.
Yeah, you don't take the damage, but you do see as Marcus is about to bring his sword
And
down.
I miss you. Cool. It's actually very good I didn't miss you because I didn't hit you because that would have
Yeah.
done an additional 1d8.
So you see as both times Marcus tries to swing his sword at her, and then both times she just, swishes it away with, her hand, and then you sort of awkwardly are now swinging at Jasmine instead. The awkwardness, causing you to miss, as it's very easy for Jasmine to duck under the sword. She will look between the two of you. And
I wish
attack
I knew-
Marcus with some magic.
I wish I knew exactly. How does
Um,
this thing work? That when I fail to save, what's the trigger of it? Just you target it with anything?
you don't know the trigger.
That's annoying.
One of the triggers, at least, is attacking with a melee attack.
Yeah.
She tries to blast some ice magic at Marcus, but misses.
Good.
Jasmine, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to... draw my silvered short sword and try to hit her with it.
All right, give me a wisdom save.
Nope.
This will be targeting Marcus. I believe
Damn,
that hits.
22. Ow.
Sorry, College of Swords.
Katrina.
So, I'm gonna ask a question. How sort of stringent on the rules for spell components are you going to be? Because I know Identify, and I'm planning on casting it to determine what the fuck is preventing Jasmine and Marcus from hitting this person.
You can do that. What's the spell
Actually,
component?
never mind. It is 1 minute, so I can't actually do that. So,
Okay.
whoops, no combat Identify. But I
Unless
will.
you want to rate 10 rounds.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. I am. Both Jasmine and Marcus are wearing armor, so this wouldn't help. I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on Linsky. Just to try and, keep them from panicking and keep them sort of from breaking down into tears more than they already are.
This is a charisma save?
This is a charisma saving throw.
Alright, let me get up his, You have a 15 DC?
Yes.
Oh boy. His
The
crying...
creature can choose to fail if they want.
Yeah, but... He's a little too upset to be like, okay, I'm gonna...
Yeah.
Yeah. For a moment, you think it works as his bawling, stops a bit as he stops to breathe and sniffle, but then it starts up again, even harder.
I'm going to see if indirect damage works. Quicken spell, create bonfire in the space where they're at.
Can you put up the spell description?
Yes.
All right. Dex save. She makes the save.
Okay.
She just sort of like sidesteps the fire as it comes into existence. Well, she's still in it for the purposes of on her turn. But yeah.
Damage is not at start of turn, it's at end of turn or first time moving in.
Yeah. Camus.
I'm gonna magicify 3 stones and throw one at her.
Alright. I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay. Good to know.
Proceed.
Good. That would have been scary.
Wouldn't it?
Oh. I have advantage, so...
I have an idea.
Well...
Yeah, so... It just goes sailing overhead. Marcus.
I'm going to produce from my bag a flask of holy water and splash it on her.
Alright. Roll wisdom save.
Damn it does count for this. Hoping I could get around it with this. But the advantage of this is that it won't hurt any of you if I fail.
Yeah, pretty much.
I only have one on me though, because I didn't take the other ones from the wagon. Oof.
You splashed at Jasmine.
Jasmine is wet.
If we throw
Thanks.
Jasmine at her, does that count as splashing her with holy water?
No. She will step out of she will finish stepping fully out of the fire.
Just to clarify, does an improvised weapon attack count as a weapon attack for the sake
Yes.
of creatures? So if I did hit her with that, I could have done extra damage with the holy water. That's good to know.
She will try and blast Jasmine with magic this time. And hit you for 15 gold damage.
15 cold.
Yeah.
Ow.
And then Jasmine, you are up.
I'm going to try to hit her again with my short sword.
All right, wisdom save. That's on Marcus. And that will just hit.
If this is the effect that I think it is a stronger homebrew version of that effect.
I'm also a dual weapon fighter, so I'm gonna hit her on this round also with my dagger.
All right.
Try. Do I need to do
Wisdom
a
save again. Yeah. Proceed.
Okay, I'm also going to do Psychic Blades with an instance of my Bardic Inspiration.
All right.
That's with advantage to hit her. I just
Okay.
forgot. So.
Oh, look at that. The damage is like the same. Which damage roll do we use?
Oh no.
That
22.
much damage.
And it's
What's happening?
how much of that is psychic? How much of that is?
I believe 8 piercing and the rest of it is psychic.
Okay.
Yeah, so 14 psychic, and the piercing is with a silver. No, the dagger is not silvered.
Okay.
Wait, did you manage
So-
to hit her?
Non-magic, non-silver, piercing, and then that much psychic. You well, wound her is perhaps a strong word, but you do actually damage her. And she's just like, "How? You
Take
little
that,
bitch."
Hey, you're the bitch.
Camus is up.
Cat fight.
It was just Jasmine's turn, yes?
Yeah.
You skipped me.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. I wasn't planning on doing much with my turn. I was just gonna shove her into the fire again.
Oh. Strength save?
Strength save 15.
She rolls a 5. Yeet. Then what's that, a dex save?
Yeah, dex save. Oh my god. Seriously? 1 potential fire damage?
She rolls well above that.
Okay.
That is a 25 on her dex save.
Okay. And that is a bonus action, so I could theoretically do something with my action.
She missed the strength save by 5, but then cleared the deck, or she missed the strength save by 10, but then cleared the dex save by 10.
Okay.
And that's a bonus action, yeah?
Yeah, that was a bonus action to do that. I'm going to attempt to cast Mind Sliver on her.
Int save. That is a nat 20.
Okay. Nothing bad happens. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, figured. Camus.
Standard action, throw a rock at her.
Wisdom save.
Nope. Oh, use the first one.
First one, proceed.
My god.
You guys are rolling awful today.
That's because we're rolling twice as much.
And bonus action, healing word Jasmine, because it looks like she needs it.
Marcus, you're up.
I'm gonna
Wait.
try this.
9 HP to Jasmine.
Thank
Do I
you.
learn any helpful information?
Action, choose one
Immunities,
creature you immediately
resistances,
learn.
vulnerabilities, and what they are.
You know, this is a vampire. As far as immunities, resistance, vulnerabilities, yeah. Resistance to necrotic, resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. There is no radiant vulnerability as far as extra damage, but you do know that radiant damage can also disable the regeneration of a vampire.
But she doesn't have anything special that I can discern with my feature.
As far as special things, attacks that it seems that attacks that are targeting her directly are subject to this whatever effect that she is defending herself with. But attacks that target spaces but not
AoE.
like
okay.
AoE.
So I believe
I have no AoE moves.
I believe I should have had to make a wisdom save in that case, because Mind Sliver is a single target damage attack.
You do not need to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Too bad holy.
Marcus, there may be a distance factor as well. There may be a range on this. You're not sure.
Well, it doesn't help me because I'm kind of stuck in her engagement range unless I want to get hit.
And that was your action.
I have a move. I'm debating if I should risk trying to move out of her engagement range to see if I can pew pew from a distance.
Bring the fight outside.
And she's just gonna stand in here and break the shop.
She was the one who suggested taking this outside. Can I taunt her into going outside and be like, so what about taking this outside?
Sure. Give me a persuasion check, I guess. Unless there's another skill you think would be better that you want to try to use.
Not really.
All right.
I'm just like, so about taking this outside.
Oh, you want to lure me into the sunlight, Hunter?
What sunlight? This is Barovia.
Her grin just grows wide and very like fangy. Are you moving as well, or?
Which way's the door?
It's gonna be that way. Oh, I'm that way.
I will move there, but not leave her engagement range. I'm just gonna see if she starts moving with me on her turn.
Alright. I'm gonna give you a door. And, like, a wall. There, that's the wall and the door.
Got it.
She begins regenerating. And then she thinks for a moment whether or not to follow through on your taunt. And then she says, why not? I'll play. And she will circle around behind you. Jasmine, that's an opportunity attack, if you wish.
Am I gonna have to make a wisdom save?
Not that you know until you attempt the attack,
Yeah,
but
I'll
yeah.
You
I'll
can
attempt
try
the
it. I can
attack.
take.
Yeah.
I can probably take one more friendly fire.
Yeah. So, wisdom save. I'm committed to the attack.
That is a fail.
Since
I'm
opportunity
taking 6.
attacks do not include a movement, does that just mean that she swings at Marcus but he's out of range?
That's a good question.
I like that argument, Tom.
That also kind of plays along with the if people position themselves correctly,
Yeah.
such that there are no other valid melee targets in range.
Yeah. You just stab towards Marcus, but
She just basically deflects the attack.
yeah. And then she is going to attack Marcus. She will just hit you with her claws for 10 bludgeoning damage, actually. She just is going to hit you.
Still above half for now.
And then she will go in for a bite. For 5 piercing and 15 necrotic.
So 20.
Yeah. The necrotic lowers your hit point maximum
I am at 12.
until a long rest. So mark that down.
By how much?
15.
How much of that was necrotic?
15 necrotic.
Oh.
The piercing was 5.
Oh boy.
It reduces my max by 15.
Uh-huh.
That is a lot. 15 is a big number.
I'm just gonna put that in my temp hit points so I don't like screw up the math.
Wait, can you just give yourself negative temp hit points?
It doesn't do anything, but it,
Oh, okay.
I'm using that field as the marker.
I see. Okay. Jasmine.
I'm going to move. And let me see, how far could I move? I could move pretty far.
The funny thing is my hit points max is reduced by 15. It's probably still higher than some of yours.
Probably.
I'm at 41 max hit points with the penalty.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back here and then cast Vicious Mockery.
Alright.
With the penalty? Holy shit.
Yeah, my max is 56.
Wisdom save. Is it just damage or is there a secondary effect?
There is.
And have disadvantage on its next attack roll.
She makes the save.
Yeah, I have 3 con plus tough, so.
Katrina, you're up.
I'm going to give Marcus a little bit of room to maneuver by attempting to shove her out of the way, backwards towards the door.
Alright, strength save. That is a 7. That is...
If we get her to leave, can she not come back in without permission?
This isn't a house. This isn't a place of residence. It's
What
a place of business.
What if I set up a tent right here?
You have 6
Actually
seconds
really
to set
funny.
up a tent.
That was a joke.
What's the spell? Like Bigby's
Liamon's
mansion or
tiny
something?
hut.
Yeah. Just camp that in front. Oh man.
Wait, but Does Blinsky sleep here?
And then I'm going to. I'll throw a chill touch at her.
Alright, that's necrotic. Yes, that's necrotic.
I need some health.
She does resist that, but... Huh. That's like Radiant turning off her regen for the turn,
Fuck,
but it's
I've had this
necrotic.
feature for a while.
That's ironic.
Mm-hmm.
Camus, you're up.
I'm gonna move back, test the range from her theory, and yep, she's still within range. Chuck my last rock at her.
Alright. Chuck the rock.
No wisdom save?
No wisdom save.
Nice. There we go.
Nice rock.
Plink. But like, good plink.
I think that's worthy of a plonk at least.
Yeah, that's a plonk. That's not a plink, it's a plonk.
I don't really want to use...
I can cast
3
Cure Wounds if
spells.
Marcus will come over here.
What?
The problem is that she has a turn before you do.
Oh yeah.
What do you need?
I can recover first level spells pretty easily. Bonus action healing word, Marcus.
Thank you.
9 HPs. And we are gonna need a short rest after this.
Marcus.
Yeah. This is bad. I'm gonna keep maneuvering towards the door, but I'm gonna stay out of her engagement range for a minute.
Alright.
I'm gonna go like up. Hold on. Here. Since I'm staying out of her range, I think I should further heal myself
Alright.
for another 6. And that's my turn.
We will look at Marcus, who's going outside. Look at everyone else who's, you know, way over there. And yeah, she'll go after Marcus, but she will call out, if the rest of you want to hide over there while I drag away your friend, then by all means. And she will go for Marcus again. I need you to make a... Oh, that's not even a... So she will hit you, but rather than dealing damage, she will inflict a grapple.
Is it melee attack still though?
It is a melee attack, yeah.
So I'm remembering, if my AC was 1 higher, would it... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm gonna activate Defensive Duelist anyway, because... What else am I using?
She rolled a 24.
Well, just to note, I'm gonna do that every time, because I don't have other reactions.
Okay.
So just assume my AC is 15.
Yeah.
For melee
you are
attack
now-
specifically.
You are now grappled. And she's gonna try and bite you again.
Oh my god.
She does not get the heal because of that chill touch, but you take 4 piercing and 11 necrotic.
So, 15.
Yes, but the 11 necrotic further reduces your hit point maximum.
To 30. I might die.
Falling unconscious isn't death. We can bring you up from that pretty
It's gonna
easily.
eat me.
Jasmine, your turn.
I'm beginning to think maybe I shouldn't have done vicious mockery and retreated all this way. If I go over here, will we be flanking her, or do I have to go over here?
I think you have to go over there.
Well, wait, we have advantage anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'll
Yeah.
dash over here.
Katrina.
Also, the healing won't do shit when my max hit points gets reduced to 0.
Oh yeah, if that happens, you're screwed.
If that happens, you have bigger problems to worry about.
Isn't
I'm
that
going-
like instant death?
I'm going to step
Make me
forward
a vampire.
to about there-ish. Seems reasonable. And then I'm going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
All right. Int save. That is a success.
Damn. So half damage is only 6 psychic.
6 psychic.
And then I'm going to shoot off another chill touch with Quicken Spell.
All right. She takes 2 damage off that, but her regen is once again blocked. And then Camus, you are up.
Apologies. Okay. She didn't have resistance to acid, correct?
Marcus knows, but you don't know.
Okay.
Do I know?
Yeah.
I don't remember what you told me.
I am going
Well,
to...
I'm pretty sure she doesn't.
I'm going to attempt to cast Melf's Acid Arrow on her.
All right.
There we go.
12 acid. Is there a secondary effect?
I should have
Yes.
really cast this on myself.
So, 44 acid damage now, and then 2d4 at the end of their next turn.
Okay. Marcus, you are grappled.
Well, what can I do while grappled?
Oh, and bonus action to Magicify 3 stones.
All right.
Irina, we might need your help.
Grappled. Your speed is 0. Yeah, your speed is 0 while you're grappled. And it is an action to try and escape grapple.
And I can't do anything else.
You can attack, but you can't move.
What about... I assume I also can't, like, cast a spell on myself.
You could.
But it wouldn't help me until I'm ungrappled. I'm gonna try to break out of the grapple up to strength.
Yeah.
Or
Athletics.
athletics or acrobatics, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do acrobatics because I can add 3 to that instead of 0.
You do not break free.
Fuck.
She's got that vampire strength. Her grip looks rather weak, but it is deceptively not.
The good news is I don't think you can do enough damage to kill my hit point maximum, so I'm just gonna go down when she hits me.
She is going to try and... Well... She will look at Jasmine, who has seemingly come to your rescue, and she will take a swipe at her. Does a 17 hit?
Me, yes.
You take 4 bludgeoning. And then she's gonna bite Marcus again. For 7 piercing and 12 necrotic.
So I'm at 0.
Yes.
HP.
And your maximum is reduced by another 12.
So that puts you at 18 maximum now?
Yup.
Oh boy, you're getting close to Irina levels.
I have 4 more max hit points than her. I'm also down, so whatever.
Yeah. Jasmine.
At the end of her turn, because of the acid arrow, she takes 7 damage.
Ah, yes.
7 acid damage.
Also, a reminder, she currently can't heal.
Oh, yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, she's getting all these bites on Marcus, and she's like, this is annoying, I can't heal. They are not, thirst-sating bites by any means.
Like ash in her mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, Marcus, your the last words you hear as you lose consciousness, and she's biting you and drinking you. It's like, you taste like shit. You know that? Anyway, Jasmine is up.
It's all that alcohol in my blood.
I really don't want to hit Marcus with an opportunity attack. I mean, with an attack if I fail the whiz save.
If I'm down, do I count as a valid target for that?
Yes, you do.
God damn it.
And there's no way for me to take so much movement that I can't.
I mean, she's still like grappling Marcus, so I'm gonna roll because she is literally holding him. Yeah, there's no positioning that you could do where.
She's just gonna curb stomp me.
I will cast Cure Wounds on you.
This is such a bad idea.
Oh, because of your... Yeah, but she might, like, try to run away with you or turn into a bat and fly away with you. I don't know what to do.
I'm not ready.
Well, she hasn't done a bite that does 18 damage yet. Or 18 necrotic damage. The most she's done so far is 15. So you can probably survive 1 bite?
Probably.
And
I will cure wounds.
Alright.
if you're unconscious and she wants to, she could burn through your death saving throws.
That's
So,
also fair. So I'm up at 6 hit points.
Yes. And then unless Jasmine has a bonus action or some other
No.
thing you'd like to do, then Katrina is up.
I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on her.
All right, what is this? A wisdom save?
This is a wisdom save. And if they fail,
She fails.
They take 8 psychic
Wait.
damage and must
Your spell save DC is
15.
not. Yeah, that says 12, but it's 15.
It's 15.
Okay. Yeah, then she fails.
So she must use their reaction, if available, to move as far as her speed allows away from me.
Okay.
Does she have to drop me though?
It doesn't say.
Nope.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
Okay, well, first let's do her damage. 3d6.
psychic.
that was the 8
Oh,
above.
I see, yeah. And then she moves her movement.
My blood tastes
Away
like
from
shit,
you.
so
On her
Actually-
next turn.
To be fair, no, it's they must use their reaction if available to move as far as their
Okay.
speed allows.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
dragging means you move at half speed. So that's
Yes.
not as far as you can move.
Yeah, she's going to do that.
So okay.
No, she's dragging.
but
She's
I thought you
dragging
said
Marcus.
I thought
As far as their speed allows, half speed while dragging is significantly less than full speed while not dragging.
Yeah, she drags you 15 feet.
I don't feel like that's how the spell works, but I'm not going to fight you on it.
Well, she moves her full movement. Yes.
Yes.
yes, but her speed allows her to
specific
go much
wording.
further.
The specific wording is as far as her speed allows.
Oh, I see.
Technically, it does allow her to move more.
No, it doesn't because your speed while dragging is reduced.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Yeah,
I don't think that's how it works, but I'm not going to fight you on it.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a matter of life and death. I will fight you on it.
Well, it's not a she tries to move as far away as she can. It's just because it's not a
that
fear of.
legitimately is the wording.
Mm,
When you move, you can drag or carry the grappled creature with you, but your speed is halved unless the creature is 2 or more sizes smaller than you. That's the text of
Alright.
grappled from the PHP.
okay, fine. She will drop Marcus, but only because his blood tastes like shit.
Hmm.
And she will continue.
My blood's more alcohol than blood.
Quick hit spell, chill touch.
That will miss.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mostly
missed.
want to send a message.
You still have advantage.
I do? I have
Yeah.
not been rolling with advantage. Why
She
do
still has fairy fire on
Oh,
it.
fuck, you're right. Let me just drop another chill touch.
Okay, she takes the 1 damage.
Yeah, she takes the 1
You
damage.
send your message.
But hey, still healing blocked.
Okay, I
She'll
just
be
have to
back,
move
though,
there.
Just for that
Mhm.
round.
I will move there.
Get in and
I
close the
will-
door.
What was that?
Get in and close the door.
But we can't all get in before her next turn.
Well, a lot of you can try.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a rock at her from here. 11 bludgeoning.
That's a plonk.
Also, I don't know how much it would help, but Irina hasn't been up this.
Yeah,
She's with Blinsky.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Mhm.
She's busy like helping pick up like the toys, but also keeping the monkey from eating the small pieces.
Mhm.
That's a
Yeah.
handful.
Mhm.
Yeah. Marcus, roll perception.
Well, but
You hear
it's an 18.
you
Didn't turn my
Okay.
advantage up.
you hear footsteps approaching, like running, like several running footsteps, and like the sounds of like armor and weapons.
Guards, perhaps. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot her and then run the fuck away.
Maybe run and then shoot, so that you aren't possibly subject to the,
That's fair. I'm moving.
whatever her charm effect is.
Did we lose the GM?
No, I'm here.
Oh, you were just really quiet.
Your shot goes wide.
Figured. I'll try to get that arrow back later.
Yeah. She will run back up to Jasmine. Swing her arm at you and grapple you. And then she hears the guards approaching. And then she smiles. A sinister smile. As if an idea has occurred to her. Help! She shouts out. Guards! Help!
Oh, hell no.
I
And
will
she
note
transforms back.
one of the things on Fairy Fire is hang on. Any creature in the area is outline face. I thought it had some sort of special thing against.
I think that's Moonbeam.
Oh shit. Hang on. Yeah, carry on. I'll take a look.
In the meantime,
This is bullshit.
Get inside, close the door.
Well, I can't. I mean, I could, but I would have to drag her, and then the guards are just gonna come in here and see what they think they want to see.
It's 5 of us, including the owner of the establishment, makes 6. Our word against hers.
Yeah, but also we're outsiders.
Irina and Blinsky are not.
I'm going to make an acrobatics roll to get ungrappled.
you are still grappled.
Fuck.
Katrina.
Is that a full action, or can I still use a move action to drag her and me?
That is your standard action.
Okay, then I'll drag.
Alright.
You can do that if you're not the one to initiate a grapple.
I don't know.
So you're dragging her back into the building again.
Oh, wait, you don't have movement while grappled.
Yeah, so...
Oh, okay.
My turn. I'm gonna use a bonus action to try and, like, telekinesis Jasmine out of the situation they're in. So I think this might be a strength saving throw against the person grappling Jasmine rather than Jasmine himself.
Yeah. And that is a 9.
Okay. So Jasmine gets yeeted into the doorway 5 feet.
Yes.
And then I'm going to cast another Dissonant Whispers.
Also, we're like technically working for the Burgomaster, so we have that in our favor too.
Wisdom save. She rolls a 10. That is more damage. And she has to move away again.
But hey, she can heal now.
Yes.
I will quickly say, close the door!
Let us close the door.
And the guards enter this section of the street just in time to see a woman screaming and running away from the door. You hear a loud
woman-
knock on the door.
A woman wreathed in ghostly flames, because fairy fire's still there.
Very true.
The first thing I'm going to say when I hear the knock is, don't let that woman get away, she's a vampire.
She fucking bit me.
You just hear from the other side. They cast some spell on me.
She fucking bit me.
I'm
Bang,
going
bang,
to
bang.
Um,
Open up.
I'm going to open the door and let them see the injured body of Marcus with the, like, bites in his neck. Vampire.
There are no vampires in Vallaki.
If you would allow me.
I would have not included the vampire, but I would have been like, yo, this fucking crazy woman just fucking bit me.
I'm gonna sort of wander over to Irina, sort of kneel down and say, I think we might need your help negotiating with the guards.
Does anyone object to me just casting Moonbeam on over her?
I think the guards are probably gonna object to
Don't.
that.
God damn it. One initiative away. We had one more initiative count to go through. Anyways.
I'm just like, look, vampire, not that woman, fucking bit me.
It's true. I saw it.
We were just trying to pick up our items from Linsky here, and this woman fucking bit me.
She instigated the attack.
They look over at her, and she says, I was just trying to defend myself. They attacked me and cast magic at me.
That.
What's a poor woman to do?
Also, you know, like, we're, like, personally working for the Burgomaster for a thing, so... Yeah.
Is that so?
Yes, we're working a job for him. You can go ask him yourself.
In fact, you could ask Isaac. He knows us. Might
If
be
you
easier to
say.
find.
No, you can't trust them. They're outsiders.
And can you trust Linsky himself?
And, Irina Kolyana of Barovia Village.
I'm going to try and bring these people to their feet and sort of gently nudge them over toward the door.
Blinsky's really hard to corral, but Irina will begin stepping forward. And what about you? Looks over at her. And she will look at this guard. And something strange happens.
She's gonna charm him.
She stares into his eyes, and after a moment, let's see. Wisdom save. This card's like, I can vouch for her.
Wait, this guard is vouching for Irina, or...
No, for...
She just blatantly cast magic on him.
Well, it's not a spell, it's just like a strange eye contact. And for you, Marcus, who, you have dealt with, you hunt vampires, you're like, oh yeah, she's doing the thing. And the rest of you, because you know she is a vampire, you can probably extrapolate that, this is what's going on.
God damn it.
She's deceiving all of you.
Close the door again. We will not speak further until the Burgomaster himself is here.
The Burgomaster is a busy man. You would demand his time?
Then you'd better get him over here.
Isaac could vouch for us as well.
Then I think it's best if you come with us.
As long as you keep that psycho woman who fucking bit me as far the fuck away from me as you can.
Please, I just want to go home.
Then go!
And the guard is like, yes, I'll take you home now. Come on. And he sort of escorts her.
Look, just let her go, let us go, and we can pretend this never happened.
I like the sound of that.
Roll persuasion.
Ooh.
That's a 1.
It's a one.
And then I
It's not a natural one, but
forgot to show off my advantage.
Linsky, you doing okay?
he just whimpers.
How much of the toy is left sort of broken in front of him?
The pieces are all gathered, but
I'm gonna sit down and just start casting mending on it, trying to fix it.
All right.
It'll take a while because it's a minute per break.
I can help you with that. I also have mending.
All right. One of the guards looks in and sees you all casting magic. He's like, "Whoa, whoa! Watch the magic!"
They're
I'm just
just
gonna give
trying
him a
to
look
fix
and
his
keep
toy.
Keep
It's
doing it.
fine. It's
No, you all need to come with us. They are not persuaded by Marcus.
Yeah, I'm too busy rubbing my fucking bleeding neck. How about some
I think we should go
goddamn
with them.
medical
Going with
attention?
them will demonstrate our willingness to.
The woman who we quote unquote attacked, her words, not ours, broke several of Linsky's toys. I'm doing what I can to fix them before we leave.
Katrina, perhaps we can come back later. Blinsky, keep these pieces together, and we will return and finish our work. I promise this.
Additionally, I did come to pick up the commission.
We can come back for it later.
Yes, I understand, but if it's quick, sort of... I'd rather-
Katrina, just roll perception
Okay.
or investigation. Your choice.
Let's do an in perception. Nope.
Yeah, there's been a little too much upheaval in the shop from the fight to
I will
sort of
finish
try and find it.
whatever casting of mending I am on, sort of set down the now put together again pieces, get up, dust myself off, and begin walking over to the rest of the group.
I will tell them I will go with them as long as I can get some damn medical attention before anything else.
Marcus, easy on the cursing.
Move along. And they sort of grab your arm and lead you.
I don't think the burgomaster would take kindly to my blood dripping all over the streets before the festival.
They don't seem like they care.
Marcus, if it's really bothering you that much, I can help. I'll cast Cure
Hold
Wounds
off
here.
on the healing in
Don't
case
do
it
magic,
gets rid of the
they'll
wounds.
jump and stab one of us.
Let's just go.
If
Deal
it'll
with all
shut
this
you
later.
up, fine. Cast your magic. They don't take an eye off you as you do it, but they're like... Yeah.
So I believe we're headed to the
I'll
Burgomaster's.
just do it directly on the wound so it stops bleeding.
They take you to Isaac. In the town square.
Hello, Isaac.
True to their, well, not necessarily true to their word, but consistent with their word, the burgomaster is a busy man, and they don't bother him with this.
That's fair.
We did tell them to go get Isaac instead.
Well, they don't get Isaac. They get you and
Mhm.
bring you to Isaac.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hello, Isaac.
Isaac is right here. He big.
Oh no, he's a kaiju.
Yeah. One of them sort of goes up to him and says something, you know, like close to his ear. He listens, nods once, and then looks at you all. Well, well, well. Causing trouble, are we?
Not exactly.
Actually, wasn't
She
us.
started it.
She's not here, so
There was an altercation at Linsky's toy shop. Linsky himself is unharmed and can vouch for us.
Is that so?
Yes, would you like to go over there and ask him?
I think I would.
I will sort of gesture back towards Blinsky's. After you, then.
It would be
Oh,
good to
you two
talk
gods,
to
you should come with
Blinsky
us as well.
again.
You were
However,
both talking at the same time, so.
You two gods who brought us to Isaac, you should come as well.
you don't give us orders. And they
Yes,
just
but
sort of shove you a little bit.
I fear the worst given this woman's attitude, and I would like you there as witnesses that Blinsky was fine when we were last there. Do you understand? I'm not playing around.
Was Blinsky unharmed? Yes.
That's good enough. You two can go then.
Well, now that you said that, they're gonna come with us.
Well, I'm fine either way.
You need to relax.
Isaac just holds out one of his hands and says, Blinsky can wait. I understand that you are spreading a troubling rumor.
Which
Vampires in the
Us?
walls.
No.
But you were talking at the same time, so I didn't catch that. I heard vampire
He said
wolves.
yeah. No, vampires in the walls.
That is not what we said. We said
What are-
this crazy woman bit me. Don't know what her deal was, but she bit me. We didn't say anything about fucking vampires.
I did. That's my fault.
She was just jumping to conclusions.
You have to understand when someone grabs another person and bites them in the neck. It's sort of a hair trigger reaction.
Roll persuasion.
Who? All of us?
One of you.
We all
I'll do it.
added onto this lie.
Or deception.
One person does it with advantage because of aid.
Yeah.
I'll do
Persuasion
it with
or
advantage.
deception.
14.
Low rolls. We were telling the truth, though. This woman did bite us. And Marcus
just-
has the wounds to prove
We're
it.
just bending the details a little bit.
He thinks he does look at the bite, very, very casually, and he thinks for a moment.
Look, as you know, we're working a job for the Burgermaster, and we'd really like to get back to it.
Such wild speculation, jumping to such dangerous conclusions, shows a lack of faith of the safety in Vallaki.
We don't. Never mind.
And we heartily apologize. We're simply not used to living somewhere so safe.
Are you seriously going to look at our bleeding wounds and lecture us on safety?
Katrina, now is not the time.
Spreading such blatant and dangerous rumors such as monsters.
Look, it was hardly spreading rumors. It was one comment amongst a small group.
One comment made in error.
One comment, one
It's not like we're going
Error.
around saying it.
can cause a panic.
Did y'all hear what I said about, it was a mistake because we're not used to living here where it's safe?
Yeah, no, he heard.
Look, we won't make a habit of it, and we won't do it again. Just let us get back to the job the Burgermaster wants us to be doing right now.
Quite. You will not speak of this again.
Noted.
There are no vampires in Vallaki. And with
Absolutely
that, he
not,
turned
sir.
to leave.
But does he actually leave, or does he just turn
Yeah.
to leave?
Yeah, he turns to leave and then leaves.
Katrina is just visibly angry at this man. Let's go back to Blinsky's.
Once we're a good distance away, I mutter to the rest of the group, like, I fucking hate that guy.
Well, it's better to have him not suspect us of anything right now.
Leave the scheming for behind closed doors.
I wouldn't mind if he gets revealed to be a vampire. It would be satisfying.
As for my insistence with the guards, I feel like I should explain myself now, just so you don't chew me out for it later. I have a feeling that woman's going to come back. She clearly wanted something of Blinsky's. And if she were to return, and Blinsky were to be harmed, if we were to then stumble upon that scene with just us and Isaac, we would have a very different conversation. I wanted the guards' confirmation that Blinsky was unharmed.
Well, I think them just telling him should be enough.
And I agreed.
Your point is fair, Katrina.
But let's
However,
not make a habit
the way
of pissing
you...
off people more than we need to.
Yes.
I'm trying
Perhaps...
very hard not to.
And with that, I just chug the rest of my canteen of wine.
You arrive back at Blinsky's shop. He's still there. He's sort of just huddled in a corner.
I'm going to sit down.
Let's fix your toy.
I'll check around to see that any other merchandise, or if anything else was damaged, and attempt to do my own mending if there is anything found.
I'm gonna mend myself
Mostly
a little
minor damage and chips.
I'm gonna use my last spell slot to cure wounds again.
Alright.
Did you know this woman before, or is this the first time
I have
she's...
hit my max hit points of 18.
He shakes his head.
Ow.
And you're sure you have no idea what she wanted from you?
Again, he shakes his head.
I'm gonna sort of look back at the party.
I am bad toy maker.
No, you're a very good toy maker. It's just not everyone
I will never make.
appreciates your taste.
I will never make children happy.
I've got a weird idea. Once I've
Backup
finished
character
my...
idea. Child character that loves his toys. Anyway, you were
Uh.
saying?
Okay, yeah. This is a weird idea, and it's probably not gonna work, but I'm gonna ask to see Blinsky's monkey, and then I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
All right.
I like your
I
idea.
like this idea.
And I'm going to ask the monkey, A, if it knows what a book is, and B, if it knows of any special book that Blinsky owns.
You ask about books, and it's just like food.
Show it.
Is this book food?
I assume someone here has a book.
Yeah, I've got my journal of our escapades on Barovia. And my previous monster hunting adventures. That you
I'm
can
gonna
use
ask
as
to borrow
example.
that and then show it to the monkey as an example.
There's nothing like that here. There's only, and then he starts listing off and really rambling all the different little mundane things from a monkey's point of view.
Mhm.
Like, oh, there's this kind of food and that kind of food and this other food and these strange little wooden things and these little soft things. But there's no paper things.
Okay. Last question.
The last Okay, yeah, what's your question?
Do you know what the mean lady was looking for from earlier this morning?
Mean lady smells scary. I don't
Do you
like
know
her.
do you know what she was looking for?
He doesn't really seem to understand your question. Or rather, he
Okay.
doesn't really seem to like know that she was even looking for something in the first place.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
She's just like, mean lady, scary. She doesn't have food. She's bad.
I'm gonna see Camus talking to the monkey, and I'm going to sort of speak in their head for a bit and say, do we trust Blinsky enough to let them in on our own little fortune?
Can I respond to that?
Yes. It is a two-way telepathic connection.
And on their fortune?
Our fortune, the tarot cards we got.
Taroka cards, you mean?
Taroka. I'm still not used to that name. I called something different outside of Barovia.
I don't think they are.
I think
Eh.
it's a regional thing. Maybe
A regional dialect.
maybe inside of wherever Katrina specifically is from, they call it something else, and then outside
That's
of
fair,
her
that's
home,
fair.
they call it Taroka.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fair.
Do we trust him enough to tell him that?
Yeah, okay, I'll be a bit of an asshole. I trust him about as much as I trust you.
Ouch, but point taken. I will drop the telepathic connection.
Is there like a secret trapdoor or something? Or a secret hidden room?
Roll perception or investigation. Not that you can see.
I just feel really stuck with this lead.
So I was actually about to say something before Camus had a third question. But Camus, in your listening to the monkeys rambling, he does say that there's no paper things here, but he does mention something about the other person.
The mean lady?
No, it just says the other person.
There's another person?
The other person, yes. He had paper things.
Who?
Can you describe the other person? Did Blinsky make a doll that looks like the other person last night?
Last night.
The doll that I commissioned of Isaac.
Oh, I see.
He doesn't really understand. But he does perk up as you say, other doll. And he sort of scampers off.
To come back with the Isaac doll.
This one isn't a doll like the others, but it is a toy. He seems like, oh, is there a toy that looks like the other person?
Okay.
He brings back a toy. It looks kind of like your stereotypical Van Helsing kind of thing with the coat and the hat. It's got like a little stake in one hand and
Is
a
it Van
crossbow in
Richten?
another.
Do any of us even know what Van Richten looks like?
He just says he was like this.
Ask him when this was.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw the other person?
Before.
Gee, how helpful. But what
He
can you
brought me
expect
here.
Before you
monkey?
saw us the first time?
Oh, he brought you there. Oh, right, this monkey belonged to the carnival person.
Octavio.
I'm gonna be annoyed if we had the answer
I
all
forget,
along.
did Rictavio sell him the monkey?
I think
What?
Rictavio died and then...
Yeah. And then Blinsky bought the monkey from the stockyard
Yeah.
that was
Okay.
selling all the stuff.
Perhaps we should go take a closer look at what we already have.
Or we can talk to the owners of Arasek Stockyard.
I know what it is. The black book with a lock hatch that we found in our loot. Because I doubt it's the prayer book.
Did we ever unlock...
Oh, a locked book? I can unlock it.
Let's go back to our...
Scheming behind closed doors.
Camus, the monkey has something else to say. It seems very important. Food?
Yes? I will give him a little bit of trail rations. Sorry, it's not much.
He nibbles on it and then looks back up at you. Food?
I wonder if this clue...
I'm gonna cease concentrating on speak with
Does
animals.
this clue mean the man is more than he seems, or the monkey is more than he seems?
You don't know.
It's ambiguous.
It is ambiguous.
So that would be funny.
Linsky, you feeling better? I still want my toy, damn it.
Oh, I want it too, definitely. We paid for it.
You want Blinsky toy?
I do. I came here yesterday to commission one from you. You remember that?
He will go get it. His spirits seem a little lifted that, someone wants something he's made.
This poor man.
And
Your
he gives it
friend,
to you with a very weak smile.
I will take it, inspect it. How close to Isaac's likeness is it?
It's pretty good. It's on the same order
Okay.
of the one that looked like Camus. Perhaps a slightly more accurate because it is based on Blinsky, has met the man versus based on a description that Isaac has given him.
I'm going to smile.
There is a very, very, very mean face on the doll.
Katrina will just
That's
chuckle a little bit, but
not
with a
any
very
good.
big smile, and then go to hug Blinsky. Just say, thank you, it's perfect.
You mean it?
I do.
He starts crying again, but they're like happy tears.
your companion also brought me this fascinating little doll, and I'd like to purchase it if you don't mind. If it is for sale.
Yes, he is Hunter. He knows things, yes.
Is this also based on someone you've met?
No, he is Vampire Hunter. He keep you safe while you sleep. He sort of takes it and puts it on a little shelf and then pretends to go to sleep, next to it.
Yeah.
He keep you safe. He know everything.
We'll put it up in our new wagon.
How much for it?
3 silver.
I'll give him a gold piece.
He will eye it a little bit and not suspiciously, because he's not he's not suspicious, but he is questioning.
Sorry, I don't like to carry around change.
Okay. He tries to give you the change back, but I'm assuming you.
Consider it payment for the mess we made of your shop earlier.
I am
Yes.
genuinely sorry about that.
Okay. So yeah, he takes the gold, you take the toy.
I'll add that to my inventory.
As we leave, I will sort of...
Does someone here have detect magic?
I don't.
I can, but I'd rather not do it here. We can
I
talk
have
back
it,
at the end.
but I don't have it prepared.
We can talk back at the end. Blinsky,
I thought we were headed to the wagon.
Yes.
I will just sort of snap some finger guns at him, just hey, keep making toys. You're good at it.
Okay.
And we will leave.
I want to tell him that he shouldn't let the haters get him down, but I'm not sure if that's something Marcus would say.
Yeah. As you're sort of looking over the toy as you walk out and put it in your bag, you do wonder. It's kind of weird because it's Where's the creepiness of it? Like every other toy he's made is like kind of weird and creepy, and this is like, oh, he's a vampire hunter. And you're inspecting it, wondering what's off about this one, and then you find Has everyone here seen The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Do
been
you know
a
the
while.
mayor with the mayor with the head that swivels and the second face?
Yee.
So you find that it swivels and there is a second face on the back, and it's a vampire face, along
boy.
with bite marks on the neck.
Oh. Oh.
It's a hunter that turns into a hunter that's been slain and risen by that which he hunts.
Oh, I don't like that.
Let's just
You just
turn
you
its
just you
head
just
back.
yeah, you just put it back like, okay.
Let's keep this on.
Spooky.
Right, so to the inn or the wagon?
You also were going to the library, don't forget.
Library
Yeah.
is closer to the wagon. You can ask the librarian your questions. Oh wait, no, but we still need you to open the things.
Let's go to the wagon, get the things, and then come back to the library, then go to the inn.
Okay.
We also have
Yeah,
this
they'll-
box from a ship we found on our way over here.
Oh, right.
You do. It is still locked.
It is, in fact,
Wait, what's still locked?
the river ship lockbox.
Oh, I
So
can
we could
unlock
just-
both of those.
Just
We'll do it when we're at the wagon.
All right, you go to the wagon.
It might be a little loud, though.
I will sit down in what little space there is in this wagon, hand the lockbox to our resident bard, and then begin ritual casting Detect Magic.
I'm gonna take the 6 vials of holy water that are in here and pocket them.
All right.
If your unlocking is gonna be loud, should we warn the people? Just in the area that we're not blowing anything up? I don't know
We
how
could
loud you're
walk
talking.
outside of town, perhaps briefly go for a
Yes,
stroll.
this could also, if it's going to be loud, we could wait till we're not in town anymore.
I mean, I don't want to wait that long. I just kind of want to go for a walk.
Either way, I'm doing this thing to.
Okay, so what are you looking at with your detect magic?
It is. You can just sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. So
Okay.
things I am specifically interested in are the remainder of the contents of this cart, in case anything is magical that we may have otherwise overlooked, and then the vampire hunter doll.
Okay. You don't see any magic on the doll. That's
Okay.
like the first thing you're looking at.
Yep.
As far as what's in the cart, I gotta look at what's in the cart again,
hmm
just to make sure I don't miss anything. The spell scrolls are magical.
Figured.
You can also see the pin that has marked what we have and haven't taken.
Yeah. Ah, yes.
And I just added the mirror is taken because I remember Camus took that.
Yeah. Well, you definitely see magic on the black book.
That book is magical.
That
It's very thick on that one.
that seems to check out with our theory that this is the book.
What kind of magic?
Yes, it does give me the school.
There kind of isn't one.
It's hard to tell. I can't pinpoint a specific school of magic.
Roll Arcana.
Okay. That's a 9.
You know that sometimes magic items exist that aren't, like, enchanted with a specific spell?
It's not attuned to one of the 8 schools more than any other, necessarily. It's just sort of magic.
There could be a little bit of a blend. It's like a complex flavor, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's, you think maybe necromancy and divination, but like it's way more complicated than just that. And with that roll, you're like, it's just your best guess. Yeah, with that roll, it's like you know enough to know how little you know, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. It's not a specific school of magic, but it's not like unique and strange that it's not a specific school of magic. It's just
Yeah.
complex blend. This sort of thing happens sometimes with magic items.
Yeah.
So it's not like a big deal that it's not a particular school of magic.
Yeah. Aside from that, you don't really see any other magic in the wagon.
Can we open the book, or is it locked?
The black book is locked, yes.
It is locked. Curiously, the lock pad on it has no lock hole.
It's a magic lock, obviously.
It's not a problem.
Either way, I believe that answers the questions we had regarding the cart.
Although if
Let's-
this book is important, we might want to keep it on us.
Agreed.
Who wants to take responsibility for the magic black book?
Who? I nominate Camus, because they're in combat with the various things that wish to kill us. They tend to stay out of melee range, and also they
Yes.
have the ability to heal themselves. I would rather not this book get lost, much like the last one did.
That's fair.
You can hang on to this?
That sounds like a story, but I won't push it.
Just our last companion was carrying Van Richten's diary when he died.
That is extremely unfortunate.
Yep.
Shall we go to the library?
It is right there.
Do I want to take this garland?
Library, the
too?
perfect place to use the knock spell.
We're not using knock in town. At least not without a warning. Jasmine, you said you wanted to ask the librarian something.
Yeah, I wanted to ask her about Victor.
All right, you head to the library.
I'll step into the front room and, wait for the librarian to look up at me, I suppose.
Well, she's sort of buried her nose in a book.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh,
We're back.
hello.
hello. We don't have time to visit the library today, but I was hoping that you might have time to, talk with me for a moment.
Okay. But if you're, not here to use the library and you're not here to buy anything. Unless you are here to buy something.
Well, I'm sure we could make it worth your while. Remind me what... There's potions and spell scrolls here, right?
Yeah, as well as an assortment of magic items.
What are the magic items like?
It's like a grab bag assortment.
We already bought the Cloak of Billowing,
Yeah.
and I know there was a +1 dagger.
There is a +1 dagger. There's a bunch of other cloaks.
Is it a magic dagger?
+1 magic dagger, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like 400 GP. So.
Having a magic stabby weapon might be useful for fighting vampires, so...
It would be.
I mean, yeah, if I could afford the +1 dagger, I would buy it in a heartbeat. But I can't. How much for the
We each got
a
like...
second tier potion of healing?
Yeah, I guess we do have the 100 GP gemstones.
We have the gemstones, and we also have that crossbow.
Let me pick up the price on that.
Yeah. I mean, we can afford it with just a gemstone.
The second tier, a potion of greater healing, is what you're
Yes.
Yeah.
what you're after. That is 100 gold.
I'll take the potion of greater healing, yeah.
I have a question. Are any of us actually going to be using the crossbow that we found in the wagon?
Maybe?
Would you rather use the crossbow or a magic dagger?
I mean, I know which I would rather use. I had my dagger.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna use it.
Well, we
I have
also
better options.
We also have a selection of enchanted clothing, and she shows you a rack full of cloaks, shelf full of several sets of boots.
Ooh, what kind of boots?
I haven't had a good opportunity yet to use the cloak I bought from you, but it's lovely.
Unless the gems have some other use, then there's no reason not to get rid of them first.
I was going to suggest using the crossbow and some of the gems to pay for the magic dagger.
They've got boots of Elvenkind, boots of false tracks, boots of levitation, boots of speed, boots of the Winterlands.
But I mean, like, the gems don't have other purposes besides currency. Unless they do, but I'm not aware of those.
Some gems are used as spell components, but I don't know if any of the gems we specifically have are usable for that. Speaking of spell components,
How much for the boots of Elvenkind?
600 gold.
Expensive.
Nah.
Speaking of spell components, though, if one of these gems happens to be a pearl, or we find a pearl that is about the same value as these gems, I would very much appreciate taking that.
They
Well, we
do
probably
have.
need all these gems anyway.
They do have specific spell components for sale as well, so like that.
I will trade one of the two 100 gold gemstones that I took for a 100 gold pearl so that I can cast Identify.
All right.
Components like that are reusable, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a
If
good
it's
investment.
not consumed in the casting of Identify, I just need to buy it once and have it forever.
That's
Nice.
It will say in the spell if it is consumed.
Marcus would have liquidated his too already.
Yeah. Well, she is okay. So what are you trading her?
One of the 100 gold gemstones for one of the 100 gold pearls.
She counter offers 2.
To what?
Two of the 100 gold gemstones.
That's a
For the 1 pearl.
50% markup.
Well,
I mean, at that point, go fucking sell the gem and then buy the 100 gold pearl for the 100 gold.
This is a business.
Oh, I see. It's priced.
Isn't the 100 GP pearl more like market value?
Both of those are market value, but she's not giving you an even trade. She's making a bit of a profit.
I'm willing to give you 20 gold in addition to this gemstone for the pearl, no higher.
Roll persuasion. Okay.
Alright, 20 gold.
I do feel like if we pull our resources, the dagger's worth getting and giving to someone.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I can take it. I can put in 200, and then we just need 200 more.
I'll
I
put in my
have this.
two.
Alright,
I'll just put in my 2 gems to get rid of them,
cool.
which I previously liquidated into gold anyway.
Okay, then I'm not gonna get a potion of greater healing.
Well, no, I also have a second gemstone that we can use to buy that.
I also still have 2 gemstones, so...
So we have plenty of money. So, the dagger was 400, yes?
Yes.
And the potion was 100, so that's 500 total. We need 5 of our collective 6 gemstones?
Yeah, we already split them up, so I had 2, Camus had 2, and you had 2.
Yes.
And I can put in 200 straight
I've
up gold
since-
pieces.
yeah, I've since removed mine from my inventory. And you traded 1, so then we have 3 left, I guess?
To make this simple, the 3 of us had 2 gemstones each. If Jasmine is paying 200, the rest of us could each pay 1 gemstone towards this. And then my second gemstone I traded for a pearl.
Okay,
so that
let's do
would
that.
leave. So that would leave
removed
you
it from
and
my inventory.
Camus.
So I previously sold it off and just put 100 gold.
Yeah. So if it matches, that would leave you and Camus with a gemstone each.
Yep.
Which I'm saying I previously sold for
Cool.
its value. Nice.
And so we have a magic dagger that I believe is Jasmine's, and a potion of greater healing.
Yeah, I don't mind spending my own resources on gear for the party.
Well, thank you very much, Marcus.
Well, the more equipped any one of us are, the less likely we all are to die. more useful than carrying around a sack of gold.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes, I was wondering, I heard that Victor Vallaki often visits this library.
Victor, yes, he's here about once a week.
Out of character, I forget, are people allowed to take books from the library?
No.
But Victor...
Technically spell scrolls are in the library, and you can buy spell scrolls, but that's like buying things from them. But no, you can't check out books.
All of the books that are upstairs stay upstairs.
Yes.
But surely, if the Burgomaster's son were to want to borrow one of the books temporarily, you couldn't deny him, could you?
Rules are the rules.
So he's never taken books from this library.
But he is a
Nope.
frequent customer.
Frequent customer, yes. He understands the rules. I've never had a problem with him.
What kind of things does he buy?
He mostly uses the library, but when he does purchase things, spell scrolls, spellbook supplies.
Anything you could tell us would be helpful. Anything he buys regularly, more than once, even?
There was one thing, recently.
Yes, please, I'd love to hear about it.
Well, he recently bought... maybe not recently anymore. This was a bit back ago now, but he did buy a few rare spell scrolls.
What sense?
Hmm?
Rare in what sense?
We don't have that many of them. We had to negotiate a price.
That's...
Well, then you would remember what spells were on them.
I do, but I can't talk about what spells people are buying.
That is understandable.
But she does point to the sign on that shows spell scroll price and, by level, and spell scrolls that are higher than level 5 is, price upon negotiation.
Very well.
So he's a fairly advanced wizard. Or magic user of some kind.
Well, you do know that you don't need to be able to cast a spell of a certain level to be able to use a spell slot of that, or to use a scroll at that level.
Right, but there's a increasingly significant chance of failure if you try.
There is. Yes, that's why he bought 2. To practice.
That makes sense.
Sorry, I can't tell you more. Store policy. She shrugs apologetically.
I'm guessing that examining the remaining high-level spell scrolls probably wouldn't tell me much.
If you want to go upstairs and look,
I'll
see
take a
what we
look,
have.
yeah. It might be interesting to see what they don't have.
It is 2 silver to
Yeah,
go
I'll
upstairs.
pay the 2 silver.
Hello, may I come in? You hear a voice from the behind you at the entrance of the store.
Who is at the
Oh,
entrance?
Valeria, you're always welcome here. You know that. Indeed. And in steps in.
And when I was gonna bet someone gold that it was Valeria, but I was busy doing something and couldn't get to my push to talk button.
Pleasure to see you again. Valeria, was it?
Likewise. Yes. Katrina. Irina. Marcus. Camus. And then looks at Jasmine. You're new?
Yes, I don't believe we've met, but you seem to be acquainted with my friends here.
Valeria von Grimm. She, puts out her hand.
I'll shake her hand.
She doesn't
Jasmine.
know.
I mean, wait, what happens if I shake a vampire's hand?
Nothing.
You
Nothing.
Okay.
You just don't know that she's a vampire.
No, yeah, I know.
I'll mention it to you later.
The usual, Valeria? Oh yes, she puts the 2 silver down.
Would have been awkward if I had decided to bring that sack of garlic from the... But I left it.
And I guess both of the 2 of you are both heading upstairs because you just
Yeah.
paid the 2 silver.
I feel like at least someone else should go up there.
Okay, I'll go supervise.
2 silver.
Yeah.
I'm still, ouchie, so I'm gonna just wait down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, while supervising, would we be able to take a short rest?
Um,
I mean, we're not
if
gonna
you
be here
manage to
very long.
supervise for enough time.
I don't think we're gonna be here that long.
Okay.
Also, the max hit points cures when you long rest, right?
Long rest, yeah.
I'm specifically looking at my natural recovery so I can get spell slots back.
I was just asking for my own sake, so I could remember.
I just want to look at all the high level.
But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think we're gonna be here very long, so...
Anything specific you're looking for? Valeria will just casually ask while she's looking at a bookshelf.
Oh, just interested to see what sort of spells are popular in this area.
Did I hear right that you were asking about Victor earlier?
She must have been there a while.
I will roll deception if it's necessary, but I'm going to say that you can't fault a girl for being interested, can you?
Hmm.
Oh, of course not.
That's a really clever way to play it off.
Yeah. It is a shame about store policy, but it is a wise one.
I must admit, in a sense I am disappointed, but in another, perhaps, pleased. I would certainly not want my business openly discussed
Oh.
by...
Perhaps fortunately, Isolde was not the only one there that day when Victor came in.
Well, then surely it can't be a secret which scrolls he bought. If he wanted it to be a secret, he should have been more careful about it. So, it certainly couldn't do any harm if you could tell me.
He could have been more careful, yes. Hmm. She thinks for a moment. What's it worth to you?
I hate making bribes because I never have any idea of what an appropriate amount for a bribe is.
As
Yeah.
she looks at your face trying to calculate money, probably. She's like, "Oh, I'm not interested in your gold if you're worried about that. It is but a small favor after all."
A favor for a favor, perhaps. I'm not averse to
Perhaps.
such an arrangement.
I tell you, and in return, you will give me a favor when I ask you of one.
No.
Don't worry, I wasn't gonna do it. Not under those conditions.
You don't want to agree to something before you know what it is.
Well,
Just smart business.
I wouldn't want to agree before we at least set some parameters.
All right. What do you have in mind?
She may have 1 hour of my time, and I will harm no one.
Very well. An hour of my choosing?
See, the thing is, I don't want her to, like, suddenly run into me somewhere where we both are in a situation where that I'm already involved in, and then for her to ask me to, like, change my allegiance or priorities in that situation, but I don't know how to word that. Because it's like, we could be grabbing the MacGuffin, and she's like, oh, now I'm gonna call in the favor and make you hand me the MacGuffin, right?
Eh.
And but I don't know how to word that.
I'm not in the room.
I am in the room, but I also don't know how to word that.
Could just be something where like you owe her a favor, and then if she asks for one that you don't want to do, you can be like, no, I'll do something else, and I'll still owe you a favor for later.
Yeah, but she's not gonna agree to that because then I could just keep putting off the favor
Yeah, I guess.
indefinitely.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're an adventurer, yes?
Something like that.
Well, I can see how the specifics of your time could be very important then. Forgive me. She gives you a look over. I like your hat. How about that?
Oh, well, if that's all. I think you'd look very dashing in it.
Why, thank you. She takes the hat, puts it on, smiles. How do I look?
Like a vampire wearing a hat. I'm not there. And if I was, I wouldn't.
I'm trying to think of a good, feminine, beautiful word.
Elegant?
Yeah, but something more spunky. Whatever, words are hard. Dashing, I think, is the word.
Why, thank you. Victor
Is
bought
going to raise his eyebrow at this whole conversation, but say nothing.
in exchange, she will tell you, Victor bought a pair of spell scrolls. Both were the same. 8th level enchantment spells. Are you familiar with the spell Feeble Mind?
Oh, fuck.
Oh god. Well, I think he might have feeble-minded the Wachter girl.
Roll
Can
Arcana.
I roll? Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Can I roll Arcana?
Camus, you can also roll since you're here.
Add 1 to this on account of Jack of all trades.
Oof.
Camus, you haven't heard of the spell Feeble Mind by name, but you think you know what it does, what it is? Or you think you've maybe heard of it before? You're like, oh, is it that spell that I vaguely recall?
Is it? Apologies for listening in. But isn't that the spell that basically turns you into a vegetable?
Indeed.
Well, not necessarily a vegetable, but robs you of anything that would...
Distinguish you from one?
Yeah, that would make you sentient. You still have your base natural instincts, but that's about it.
It robs you of your mind, yes. Of your language and your magic, if you have it.
It's a spell some would call extremely rude.
The dark side is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be bullshit. And it would seem, she's sort of perusing the scroll selection now, that Victor bought the last one. And sort of shows you that they do not stock this spell anymore, or they are out of stock.
Those have different meanings.
Yeah. That they're out of stock.
The former implies that something happened that they chose not to carry it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I can take some small comfort in that, at least.
It was a curious purchase, if a concerning one.
Well, I thank you for letting me know.
Of course.
And do take care of the hat, please.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of otherwise. I wouldn't dream otherwise. It is a nice hat.
Maybe you'll get it back one day.
Maybe. Anything's possible. Anyway, we really should get going.
Don't let me keep you.
It depends on if we kill her and if you're still alive when that happens.
I have a feeling that she's gonna do some kind of magic on that hat that's gonna fuck me up. I don't know.
Who knows? Time will tell.
She will grab a book from the shelf that she was looking at earlier and sit down and start reading it. And
I hear typing.
That would be me. I'm sorry.
don't let me keep you.
Yeah, I'll go downstairs.
I assume Camus follows.
Yes. He doesn't have anything to say to her.
You return downstairs. Marcus and Katrina, you see 3 people go up and then 2 come down.
One of them now hatless.
Yes.
Did you forget something?
No, I traded it.
It's unfortunate. I liked that hat. It looked good on you.
I just shrug.
Well, if you see Valeria, you must tell her that it looks even more wonderful on her.
Duly noted.
Well, if you want a new hat, we have a couple of them.
Ooh, really? How much?
Well, they're enchanted hats, so they will be more expensive, but we have a hat of wizardry. She shows you a hat of wizardry.
I think we may have purchased enough for one day.
Yeah, for now.
Shall we get going?
We also have this hat of Vermin. I know the name sounds rather miserable, but it's quite useful.
What does it do?
You can summon a rat.
Basically, you can pull a rabbit out of it, but instead of a rabbit, it's a rat or a frog.
Yeah. We also have, this one is, this one's behind a glass case, but we also have a hat of disguise.
I have a feeling that one's a little out of my price range at the moment. I'll certainly keep it in mind for when my purse is a little heavier.
Okay.
I think I have
Well.
a spell, but
Well, How to Disguise lets you use a spell on yourself at will.
what, disguise self?
Yeah.
I think I have that on my spell list. Anyway, it's neither
What
here
does
nor
the Hat of Wizardry do?
there. It makes you a
Um,
wizard.
You can use it as a spellcasting focus for wizard spells,
Oh,
and
well.
you can try to cast a cantrip that you do not know.
I believe you also have to be a wizard to actually use it.
No.
Really?
I mean, to use it as a spellcasting focus and benefit from that, yes.
That's fair.
But to use a wizard cantrip that you don't know, which you can do once per long rest.
Okay.
It's also a Arcana check to do it successfully, and succeed or fail, you can do it once per long rest.
Neat.
We have it in two fashions. One is like a cone-shaped hat with, moons and stars all over it. Like the Mickey
Classic
Mouse wizard
wizard
hat. Yeah. Or we have something that's a bit more fashionable, and it's more like a wide brim hat.
Like a wide brim wizard hat?
hmm
Like a Gandalf hat?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
two styles we have are Fantasia Mickey Mouse or
Gandalf.
Gandalf. I was going to say Elphaba from Wicked, but that also works.
Yeah, I mean it's the same principle, but yeah.
So here I am imagining the hat of Vermin being a chef's hat and thinking about Ratatouille.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes, it is a chef's
Beautiful.
hat.
Well, we did have the Coffin Maker to go check up on, I believe.
Alright, that was a thing.
And if we wanted a more thorough discussion with the Burgomaster, we could also get that in today, assuming their schedule is free. I know they are a very busy man.
What time is it?
It is.
Marcus's bedtime. I'm joking. If
It's
it's
like
still early, I'm not gonna log
yeah,
right
it's like
now.
it's like the afternoon now.
Like
If we-
early
Okay.
afternoon.
If we do get in a fight, I'm just gonna stay in the back and pew pew.
Yeah, it's like early afternoon. You spent the morning dealing with Blinsky and Anastasia and the guards and Isaac, and then you walked over to the stockyard, and then you came here. It's like 1 or 2, early to mid afternoon.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if we have time for a short rest.
Yes, you've short rested within the library.
Okay, cool. Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna use natural recovery to get back to first level spell
Yeah.
slots.
Yeah, your question about short resting ahead of Valeria was kind of weird, because it was like, if something had happened, you would not have been short rested, but by the end of that whole scene,
Okay, yep.
the short rest had completed.
So, to the Coffin Maker?
I suppose.
All right, you head over to the Coffin Maker.